News from overseas was dominated this past weekend by reports that a U.S. airstrike may have taken out or at least severely wounded the head of ISIS named al-Baghdadi. He may be the most wanted terrorist on the planet, the mastermind of this brutal ISIS assault we're seeing in Iraq and Syria, including the key battleground city of Kobane. It's been under siege by ISIS for months now. Our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel, is just back from Kobane, one of the few Western journalists to see the fighting there firsthand, and I might add, at great personal risk. And, Richard, let's begin with this report about the ISIS leader.
Good evening, Brian. A U.S. military official tells me that Baghdadi was not the intended target of that U.S. airstrike on a convoy of 13 vehicles in Iraq, and that if he was hit, it was luck. No confirmation. Meanwhile, in Kobane, the fighting rages on.
For 2 months, Kobane has been fighting for its life. Surrounded, withstanding wave after wave of ISIS attacks. We managed to get inside and found a city devastated but refusing to surrender. These Kurdish fighters, women and men, are outgunned and outnumbered. 34-year-old Azima is a top field commander. Her name means strength. Now we run, she says. Sheets hung across intersections cloak our movements from enemy snipers. You stay low and run fast. Azima took us to the southern front. As Kurdish women, she says, we are tied to our land and our principles more than our lives. We follow her to Kobane City Hall, now a frontline position. The enemy is just 20 yards away.
She's saying when they come, the ISIS fighters come in waves, not just one or two that try and infiltrate, but 40, 50 fighters will come and try and swarm into the building.
To keep them back, the Kurds of Kobane mostly have light weapons and grenades. They are like no other fighting group in Syria, secular nationalists with a classless, communal lifestyle. No ranks, everyone part of the war effort. Most women have one home, one family to care for. Not us. We care for our nation, Azima says. Half of Kobane has fallen to ISIS. Its defenders are trying to claw it back.
Kobane has been paying a heavy price for its resistance. This is what's left of Main Street. There are no people here, and if I took just 2 steps in that direction, there's a danger of being shot by a sniper.
The Kurds are backed by U.S. airstrikes. But these are the men and women on the ground facing an enemy known for its savagery. So everyone here carries a weapon of last resort. They'll commit suicide rather than be captured by ISIS. 19-year-old Barfin, a teacher, keeps a grenade in her pocket. I'm not leaving here. Either I die here or we win, she says. It's that total dedication that has kept the defenders of Kobane going and this city alive so far.
I was struck by that dedication of the fighters in Kobane, Brian. In so many other towns, people just ran away as soon as the militants showed up. They were that intimidated, but not in Kobane. Brian.
Richard Engel live with us tonight from the relative safety of the border once again after becoming the first American network journalist, at least, to report on this stage of the conflict in that city. A terrific piece of reporting. Richard, thank you.